Well, Troy Ave is playing with fire, man. He's playing with straight fire. And I'm not saying it's 100% his fault, but when you're dealing with your homeboy's family who just passed away tragically in a club where you and him both was at, it's going to be conflicting stories. There's going to be stories where people, feelings is hurt. This is their immediate family. And he says, I don't even know them. I just know him. I don't really know these people like that. Like his peoples, and they reaching out for money and and all these things in the family. Like, look, man, you lying. That's why some things you just don't talk about, like, on the radio. If you had a problem with them and the way they was handling it, they still your man's family, even though you didn't know him or not. I've been in a similar situation. My friend died and nobody really knew his family except for me. The rest of them just knew him. So when he died and they was trying to go and get the funeral arrangements, it was a bit of a mess because they wanted him here and his family was like, nah, he from Cali. We finna bury him in Cali, not in Chicago. So people had to make that trip to go down there to California, and certain people couldn't make the trip. But they didn't even know how to reach out to them, to even break the news to her because they didn't know her. And it's another situation, and even though people didn't see eye to eye with his other side of the family on certain issues, they wasn't finna go down in them and talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Because your mans wouldn't be happy with that. You should understand that no matter if your mans was like, man, had a problem with his own family or whatever, that's still his family. He could talk about his family, but you can't. You see what I'm saying? So it's like certain things you definitely not over the radio. That's why I'm like, man, and I feel what he's saying, and I understand that. When you got money and other people don't, and they can't really get it up, they ain't got the money. It don't make them lesser of people. But when you like, man, they ain't had the money and they trying to do this and they playing games, it look as if you being like shady a little bit. And like you being uppity and talking down to them. But you got to remember, they lost a family member too. Yeah, I'm not saying you wrong. They might have been trying to, get some donations up, and whatever, they don't know. Nobody really know their financial situations, but they did lose a family member. That was your homeboy. That's their family. There's a big difference. So like you said, you didn't even know them, but they knew him. You know what I'm saying? You got to live your life. They had to deal with the situation. They had to deal with burying him and, doing everything else while you was laid up. So when you on the air talking like He-Man and all this stuff, and, it's just like, man, hey, I just hope you take care and be safe, man, because people, hurt feelings and lost family members is a dangerous situation, man. It's very dangerous. Then you see his sister even got involved. And she started right off. He went too far with the lies about my family. He tried to disrespect my moms, my brothers, and me, and my sister. He talked about how we buried my brother in ways that was not to be liked. He claims to be my brother's bro or best friend, but look how he lied on the family of his so-called best friend. We never asked this guy for no money. And a receipt for what? The truth will come out. I'm sick and tired of how he exaggerates everything. I couldn't stomach to watch the whole interview. While we still mourn the loss of our brother, he talks trash about us because we give him no attention. You see, and this is how everybody else is going to pile on. And this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. It just don't end there. They got cousins. They got other people that's going to get involved. And then it's a lot of people hurt for no reason. No reason whatsoever. This is why you don't go on radio talking about situations like this. You just don't do it. So for any young kids out there, young wolves or whatever, if this your homeboy's family and you don't know them like that, you know better than to be talking on doing interviews, talking about their family. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do it. But I'm out, man.